Good afternoon. You're right in time for the Younib TV Live at 1 with me, Eunice Mutua. Coming up in a few is the latest on activist Boniface Mwangi, who was released yesterday by Kahawa Law Courts on a 1 million personal bond. Still on the lineup this afternoon is Kenya Kwanza leaders' response to former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagwa's remarks during his USA tour. With this and more, take a look at our top stories.
So the president thinks the anger against his government is manufactured and people are being paid. People hate Ruto for free. So the truth is, our president is scared. He's scared of young people because young people are organizing by themselves. They're going to the streets, they're demanding better. So our president thinks that people are being paid to go to the streets. And they think I'm the financier.
Wewe ukiwa kiongozi uende Marekani, uambie mtoto wako Marekani, ati asitumie mama yake pesa, ati mpaka serikali ya William Ruto iondoke 2032. Sio serikali utaumiza yule mzazi, ako hapa, anamtegemea mtoto wake ako ng'ambo.
Of this competition they're waiting for. They're exciting to be part of this from the 2nd of August.
Welcome. Embattled human rights activist Boniface Mwangi now claims that the state is plotting his assassination. He vowed to keep pushing for justice and good governance for victims whom he says were kidnapped and murdered by state agents. Yesterday, the Kahawa Law Courts released Mwangi on a personal bond of 1 million Kenya shillings after he denied charges of unlawful ammunition possession.
I'm a free man!
Cognizance of the fact that the only condition that must bear on the court's mind in determining the question of bail and bond is whether the accused person will attend court if so released.
We've also been assured that he will not be rearrested. I was also very afraid of that. But because the courts have said as much, then I expect that he will be free, that we will go home, and we don't need to be looking over our shoulders. We will definitely be locking our gates because they just drove right through.
I don't even own a gun. I don't carry guns. I don't own any weapons. So they thought I had money in the office. If you look at the search warrant, that they have information that I use Mageuzi to distribute money to goons. I have never worked with goons my entire life. The people that I've worked with my entire life are actually present here. The guys who are singing in court, I know every single one of them.
He has to jail and charge everybody the offense of terrorism, the 50 million of us, because we do not agree with what he's doing. We do not agree with the mismanagement of the country. We do not agree with the misgovernance of the country. We do not agree with the violation of the constitution. If it is not going to be pulled down within today, we are going to take personal actions against Amin himself.
And any such gadgets or documents that are not necessary for the trial of this matter to be returned forthwith to the accused person, and in any event not later than the next mentioned date of the 21st of August.
So the president thinks the anger against his government is manufactured and people are being paid. People hate Ruto for free. So the truth is, our president is scared. He's scared of young people because young people are organizing by themselves. They're going to the streets, they're demanding better. So our president thinks that people are being paid to go to the streets. And they think I'm the financier.
Let the state stop using or misusing the ODPP and the courts to silence dissent, to silence criticism, and to silence democracy. And our assurance to Kenyans is that this will not deter us. We are not intimidated at all, and we shall continue to push for change in Kenya.
Kenya Kwanza leaders have slammed DCP leader Rigathi Gachagua for his continued remarks during his visit to the United States, calling it a deliberate campaign to divide the nation along ethnic lines. The leaders, who camped in Tharaka Nithi and Laikipia counties, have urged residents of the central region to continue supporting the government in order to ensure further development.
Wewe ukiwa kiongozi uende Marekani, uambie mtoto wako Marekani ati asitumie mama yake pesa ati mpaka serikali ya William Ruto iondoke 2032. Sio serikali utaumiza yule mzazi ako hapa anamtegemea mtoto wake ako ng'ambo. I want to ask those who are bad-mouthing our nation outside to be patriotic enough to encourage everybody to invest back in our motherland Kenya. Not for the sake of our leaders, but for the sake of our young people.
Wale wabunge ambaye wanasupport huyo mtu wote wameingia tu bunge wote juzi. Yule wa Kiambu senator ako bunge tamu ya kwanza. Kwa hivyo akisema one term anasema yeye ndiye amekaa tamu moja. Yule mwingine wa Nyandarua pia ameingia bunge juzi, kwa hivyo yeye ndiye anajisemea yeye ndio one term.
Watu wengine wamekuwa wakieneza uvumi, wakimshurutisha baba ya kwamba ajiondoe katika hii serikali, katika hii uhusiano, sijui baba asimame urais tena ndiye apewe kura wakati huu. Hiyo ni porojo, si ndio? Hiyo ni porojo. Waache kushurutisha baba.
Rais wetu! Tusikubali yeyote mwenye anakuja kutuambia hii serikali haijafanya kazi. Tuko pamoja. Wakituambia haijafanya kazi, tunawaambia Laikipia watu hawauliwi.
Ukiangalia wale wanaomba kura na rais, nataka wakae chini watuletee mtu mmoja. Kwa sababu mimi nikikaa pale niko, William Ruto anaenda ango post 2027. Mniambie ni nani huyo anasimama na yeye?
Claims that the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions is being utilized to stifle government critics by fabricating terrorism accusations have been rejected. The ODPP responded to mounting public concern following the violent protest in June and July by claiming that all charges are based on the evidence at hand and are not the result of political influence.
If you invade a police station and burn it, and steal guns, and burn police lines and their houses, and you beat police officer, you burn courts, you burn administration units, you burn vehicles, you burn people's businesses. What is the crime? What is that crime if it's not terrorism? What is the definition of terrorism? Some people think that terrorists do not wear suit. Some people think terrorists do not live in upmarkets. They think terrorists only wako kwa border huko Boni, wanafikiria wako huko Mandera, wako huko Marsabit ama huko Turkana. Hawajui kwamba citizens of this republic who are organizing criminals in the name of protests and demonstrations and picketing are also and paying these people to cause havoc and burn people's properties and government installations. They think that those are protesters. They are not. Those are terrorists.
The murder of a patient within a ward at Kenyatta National Hospital has brought attention to security flaws at public hospitals. The event has been attributed to inadequate security and personnel by the Kenya National Practitioners, Pharmacists and Dentists Union KMPDU. In the meantime, the prime suspect in the murders at KNH, Kennedy Kalombotole, has been ordered to remain in custody by a Kibera court pending medical reports detailing his condition.
That is because of the shortage. And therefore, all these criminal perpetrators have a field day to then do the murderers that are being seen. And I am saying, not in a bad way, but as a reality, that we are going to see so many cases happening in similar manner. As we look into a case where a patient's throat has been slit, there are patients who are left unattended to in critical conditions and will lose their life. There's need to have security in this particular hospital. The surveillance has been compromised, and that's why these cases are happening. It means even the healthcare workers in those hospitals are not in any way safe. So the safety of patients, the safety of healthcare workers, the safety of doctors cannot be guaranteed
We are going for a short break and we'll be back with more.
Ever the best. Hallelujah.
Welcome back. The emergence of militia groups has alarmed Chief Justice Martha Koome, who has warned that they may be used in the upcoming general election. Koome also urged prudence in resolving electoral disputes during the Judiciary Committee on Elections Operation Plan launch. Citing the necessity for a comprehensive and equitable decision, she suggested extending the current 14-day window for reviewing requests for the presidency.
300 militias, or if you like, criminal gangs that are operating in this country. And they are unleashing violence, especially during these political meetings.
We're beginning to see attempts at remobilization and rearming of the militias. They were very, very prevalent in 2007. And we are seeing a situation where both sides of the political divide, whether it's in Luo Nyanza or in Central or in Nairobi, there is a very chilling attempt to rearm and remobilize the militias that were moribund in 2013 and 2017. The mobilization of voters along ethnic cleavages or ethnic strongholds happened in 2007, and there is a very remarkable attempt to reintroduce it as we go to 2027.
We need time, even Kenyans need time, 45 days, so that at least we can read the judgment and they understand.
Presidential election petition, we listen to appeals coming from other election appeals. And therefore, as the number comes faster and quicker with the increase of Court of Appeal judges in number, we are going to find that there will be a bottleneck shortly at the Supreme Court if we do not increase those numbers.
The question of not serving just one term and would be stupid to do the same, and that whichever the will of the people, they will ensure they do what they want. This is quite dangerous because it undermines the institution of the IBC, the very institution that people are relying to deliver credible elections.
I realize there is a challenge because a writ was issued by Parliament which required that by-elections be conducted within 90 days. The 90 days have elapsed, and that is an area that will need advice, and rightly or wrongly might end up going to court for some interpretation.
Isiolo County leaders have defended Governor Abdi Guyo after members of the County Assembly attempted to impeach him but were unsuccessful. They claim that leaders from a nearby county influenced and politically motivated the action. Governor Guyo was impeached by Isiolo MCAs but was later exonerated by the Senate, which deemed the impeachment process unconstitutional.
The first person who was heavily involved in sponsoring, facilitating, and moving the impeachment that was never there to the Senate was one governor of Marsabit, Muhammad Ali. We don't know what his interest is in Isiolo. He's still involved to date. He's still sponsoring chaos in that county. You can't impeach our governor because Isiolo people are not interested to be in UDA. We are in government, we are in UDA, and we will not move an inch. So, if you think an impeachment is a punishment to Isiolo people, we will still not leave UDA, and we will not move to a village party. I'll repeat those names. It's not from me. It's from the speaker, former speaker, who stood up and said, these are the sponsors of the impeachment. If you can allow me to read their names. Number 1, Marsabit Governor, as I said. Number 2, Ali Roba, the senator for Mandera. Number 3, Mohamed Liban, PS Petroleum. Number 4, Rehema Dida Jaldesa, Ngek chairperson. Number 5, Nu Mohamed Ibrahim, CEO Sports Fund.
We don't do our politics by threatening other communities. We appeal to people. And that's why this government exists. Because imeleta communities wote wa Isiolo pamoja. What we hear out here is people who intend to derail that. Hiyo unity ambayo iko ndani ya Isiolo.
Fans of the Harambee Stars will have to wait a little while longer to buy tickets for the 2024 African Nations Championship CHAN, which will start on August 2nd and take place in East Africa. The 8th edition will begin in just 11 days, yet there is no information available on where to buy tickets. On Monday morning, CAF Secretary General Veron Mosengo arrived in the nation to conduct the final stadium inspection at Nyayo National Stadium and Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani. Mr. Omba expressed satisfaction with the work completed following the inspection, but he acknowledged that several areas still needed attention.
Of this competition they're waiting for, they're exciting to be part of this from the 2nd of August. I'm happy that you want to buy your ticket.
Yeah. Soon.
So soon. You will be fixed soon.
The delegation has been to Kasarani and Nyayo, and then we had an update in my office, and basically it's just to reconfirm to Kenyans that we are ready to host CHAN. Everything else that is required of us we have done, and CAF has confirmed that we are making good progress.
Well, that news from CAF now brings us to the end of this live broadcast right here on Younib TV. Thank you so much for tuning in and making us the #1 youth television in East and Central Africa. Remember, news doesn't just end with Younib TV News at 1. You can follow us on our socials for more updates from around the world and across the nation. Until next time, I am Eunice Mutua, and have a great afternoon.